Hey everyone, this is David Chen, and I'm here to review AMC's new subscription service, Stubs A-List, which AMC provided me access to this past week. Stubs A-List is very exciting because it's the first subscription service from a major chain to seriously compete with services like MoviePass. Let's talk about some of the basics of AMC Stubs A-List, which I'll just call A-List for short. A-List allows you to see up to 3 movies at AMC theaters every week for $19.95 plus tax per month. I want to talk about some of the key benefits and some of the restrictions for A-List. First of all, the biggest benefit to A-List is that you can see 3 movies per week, and you can basically use those 3 movies however you want, for the most part. You can see the same movie 3 times all in one day if you want, or you can spread out your 3 screenings over the course of the week. You can also see IMAX movies, and perhaps most importantly, you can reserve tickets and seats in advance. Services like MoviePass have started restricting you to 1 movie per day, or they may not allow you to see the same movie twice. It's also not possible to see movies in IMAX, but these are not a problem with A-List. However, there are a couple of random caveats. First of all, you can't book any movie times that are in the past. And I know what you're thinking, why would anyone want to book a movie time in the past? But if you're like me, sometimes you like to show up 10 minutes after the showtime to skip the trailers. You can still do that with A-List, but you just can't leave the booking until the last second. You gotta book in advance. Secondly, the movie showtimes need to be at least 2 hours apart for you to book them. I don't think that's a huge problem, but if you're seeing a super short movie and you want to stack another movie on top of it right after, it could be an issue. It has not been an issue for me. I think it's a rare circumstance that would come up, but just wanted to throw that out there. I also want to point out that every A-List membership also includes a Stubs Premier membership, which means you get all the benefits of Stubs Premier for free. So what does that mean? This means your online ticketing fees are waived, free popcorn and fountain drink upgrades, and under certain circumstances you can skip the line at the theater. The regular price of Stubs Premier is around $15 per year, so it's not a bad little perk for joining A-List. Everything for Stubs A-List is done through the AMC app, so why don't we take a look and see how that works. Alright, so this is the AMC app, and on the home screen you see like most of the recent movies that have come out, the popular ones. It doesn't have every single movie that AMC has in theaters right now, but it has most of them. And what happens here when you go into one of these movies is you get taken to see which movie screening times there are, and then you just select a movie screening time, and down here you can see it says make this one of my AMC Stubs A-List movie reservations, and that's how it knows to apply a Stubs A-List movie reservation discount to the order, and it applies it as a discount. And what's cool about that is if you want to go to a movie with someone else, you could buy their movie ticket with no ticketing fees because you have the Premier membership benefits, and also buy your ticket for free. The only thing I want to point out here is when you make the reservation, you must bring your photo ID to the theater, and that's how they know you're not scalping this ticket. One other really cool feature is you can add this to your Apple Wallet. I'm on iOS right now, and that's very convenient, so you can just kind of pull out the Apple Wallet. You don't need to go hunting through the AMC app or through your email for the ticket, and it has all the details here. So that is how the app works, and it's pretty simple. On the My AMC tab, you can see kind of what reservations you've made, what movies are coming up, and it's pretty straightforward, pretty easy to use. There are some random bugs, but overall I'm a fan. So everything about Stubs A-List sounds pretty cool and it works fairly well, but I want to mention a couple things about the program that some people might find annoying. First of all, A-List requires a minimum 3-month commitment, which is about $60. That's not too bad if you're planning to commit for the long term anyway, but some people might find it irritating that you have to commit 3 months to a service you have not used yet. This prevents A-List from being an impulse purchase, although as an FYI, you only get billed monthly for the 3 months, and you get to use your benefits during that whole time. You don't need to fork over $60 up front or anything like that. Secondly, A-List requires everyone to be over 18 years old. This means no kids, and if you have a family, that might be pretty annoying. My guess is this is to prevent kids from getting an A-List subscription and camping out at AMC theaters all summer, because we all know that generally kids have more time than adults to watch movies. Mom and dad could buy subscriptions for themselves and pay for the kids separately, but it seems like a bit of a hassle. For now, A-List is not a very family-friendly plan. Finally, unlike a regular calendar, which typically begins on Sunday and ends Saturday, the week for Stubs A-List begins on Friday and ends on Thursday. Now, I don't know about you, but most people I know watch movies on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But because of the way the A-List week is structured, you can't see 3 movies on Saturday and then also see 3 movies on Sunday. You gotta spread them out over those days. On the flip side, many movies do open on Thursday night, and you can use an A-list slot for those. So is A-list worth it? I'd say yes under certain circumstances. 1, if you have a lot of AMC theaters around you. 2, if you're happy with AMC's movie selection generally. And 3, if you normally pay to see at least 2 movies per month. If this describes your situation, then I'd say it's a pretty solid option. Even better, since A-List is officially sanctioned by AMC, you don't need to deal with a bunch of the annoying things that you have to deal with when it comes to MoviePass. You don't need to check in to movie showings or take photos of movie stubs to prove that you went. You also don't need to deal with things like surge pricing, which MoviePass recently announced. It's just a much smoother process overall. However, MoviePass also has a bunch of advantages here. The biggest one is, of course, price. It's $10 a month compared to A-List's $20 per month. Now, I'd argue that pricing creates a lot of problems for MoviePass. AMC has called it unsustainable, and I have a lot of questions as to whether MoviePass's long-term business model is actually a viable one for them. But for that price, you can see movies at Landmark Theaters, Regal, Cinemark, and often those theaters will have the high-quality, up-and-coming indie films that AMC won't have. Now, I am extremely lucky because I live in a place with a bunch of AMC theaters, and my AMC theaters show a huge range of movies, from the latest Avengers films to obscure foreign films. But if you only have one or very few AMC theaters around you, then I can totally understand why AMC is not a good deal for you. But for me, A-List is a fantastic option, and I think it will be for a lot of people. I hope this video has helped you decide whether or not to take the plunge with AMC Stubs A-List. If you like this video, please like it on YouTube or subscribe to my channel for further reviews. And in the comments, let me know what you think of Stubs A-List, and feel free to suggest what you think I should review next. This is David Chen. Thanks to SlashFilm.com for making this review possible, and thanks for watching. See you at the next one.